Welcome to the Gay Buddhist Forum, where teachers from all schools of Buddhism offer their perspectives on the Dharma and its application in modern times, especially for LGBTQI audiences. These talks are offered freely to the world and made possible by appreciative listeners. If you would like to support our efforts to share the Dharma with underserved audiences, please visit gaybuddhist.org. There you can donate, find a list of upcoming speakers, or enjoy many hundreds of these recorded talks dating back to 1996.
The Buddha taught four positions for meditation: standing, sitting, walking, and lying down. In one respect, these four positions are optimal for meditation. In a broader view, they indicate that mindfulness is possible 24/7 in any physical position where the spine is long and unobstructed. In the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, regarded as one of the classic yogic texts, the only postures mentioned in it are those with the spine long and poses designed for meditation and for breathing kriyas. Today we have something called mindful movement, which seamlessly integrates meditation into the physicality of being, making transitions between the four recommended positions less jarring, more functional, and more practical. It's done without props and is available to all levels of practitioners, directly impacting the nervous system, bringing the mind into a singular focus, and creating think less and feel more of direct experience. So I'm going to ask us to stand up now and do a standing movement. Make sure you have room. Make sure you have room. So you might want to stagger yourselves or spread out a little bit. We'll come back to the chairs, but you can make sure you have room to move your arms at least and not do anything. Yes, all good?
I think so.
Okay.
Is this on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. All right, so let's start with our feet just a little bit hip width apart. And I would like for you throughout this practice to have the knees softly bent so that you can feel the body weight drop into your feet, into the foundation of standing. And then as a standing meditation, let the arms relax away from the body, out of pockets, and just a soft gaze or letting the eyes almost close, and just feel the whole body standing. Feel the contact through the feet into the earth, that rooting downward, the feet pressing down. The legs lengthening but not locking in the knee joint. You want to keep that knee open and fluid. And as you root downward with the lower body, the spine starts to extend up and lengthen the back of the neck, the back of the skull. And then feel the back side of your body, the back of the head, shoulders, back of the ribs, sacrum, buttocks, hamstring, calves, heels, the whole back side of your body. And then feel the sides of the body, sides of the ribs, side of the neck, the outer arms. And then on the inhale, just let the eyes open a little bit more. So they're just softly looking, and you want to look more from the periphery of vision rather than direct seeing. So we keep that spacious, meditative quality in just standing. There are practices where you would just stand, and this is what you would do. On the inhale, we're just going to float the arms forward and up. So just gently feeling the arms moving in space. Keep the knees bent and sitting into the feet. And then like rain coming down a window, let that go. Very nice. Just letting it go and feeling more than doing. Inhaling, float the arms up. Breathe the arms up. that breath and movement are the same. When the knees start to get hard, soften them, inhaling to lift. Nice, one more just like that. Just feeling the body standing, the arms moving, the breath circulating. And exhaling and down. And then just pause and feel and notice if anything got hard or tightened, soften that, let that go. I'm going to move my cushion back a little bit. We're going to take a little step forward, a little step back, so you'll want to have room for the arms and the legs. So I'll show you the first thing I'm going to do is step my right leg back. Watch me first. The arms are going to come up. The chest is going to open up, stretch up. And then exhale, the arms come down. I'm feeling, step forward. The arms go back and I press back. Right? And then I'll switch out foot. So I'm going to step left foot forward, going up, coming back down. Okay? Places, please. We'll start with the right foot. So right foot forward. And just breathe your arms up like you just did. Let them open. Let your chest open. Open the arms up like you're looking up at the sun. And then exhale, feel the energy in your palms as you come down along the spine and step the arms back and just let them go. Good. Really soft fingers. Inhale, stepping forward, opposite foot. Open your heart, open the chest. Exhale, feel slowly coming down, stepping back. Moving that one. Just let it become its own meditation of opening. And of closing. Bringing it home, stepping back. Inhaling, receiving. Exhaling, feeling what is taking place in the body, in the space around you. Exhale, feel your hands, feel the energy in the palms as it presses back. 500 more. Inhale. It's very kind of you to let me come in and shake things up. Exhale, bring the hands back. And one more each side. Just inhaling to open. Feel your body as it's appearing in time and space, right here, right now, and back. And lastly, inhaling up. And just unlock the knees, feel your feet, feel the whole body standing, have an immediate awareness of the entire body, however it's showing up right now. I'm going to take the feet a little bit wider so you have a wider stance than the hips, and make sure that you're not going to hit a wall or cameras, things, all the things in a Buddhist temple that we need. Okay, so we're going to move from the hips. So I always like to make up names of poses because it makes them more practical. So this is called Lassiter because you're carefree and you just let it move from your hips, and the arms will just follow. The arms will just follow. The head will turn over the shoulders because that's the direction of the spine. Let your arms be really free. Keep the knees soft. Keep the arms just floating through space like you're a kid and you have nowhere to be and nothing to do except walk down the street with the arms wiggling back and forth. Let the head go. Let it go. Now you'll notice that the hands are tapping the body somewhere. Let them tap. That will bring some energy to wherever it's tapping. And then we'll slowly take the hands to the waist, so we just come up a little bit higher. Make sure you're looking over your shoulder. Yeah, and let the hands really tap the waist. And then go up to the low ribs and tap the low ribs, so we start to tap the vital organs of the body. Start to bring Qi, start to bring the life force to the vital organs. Tapping the stomach, spleen, tapping the liver, tapping. Just looking over that shoulder, let it go. There's no wrong way or right way to do this. You're just la-ti-da, you're carefree. And then make a really light fist and tap just below your collarbone. So we wake up the lung meridians, looking over the shoulder. letting the jaw go, letting breath happen, letting breathing happen without interfering. And then going down the ribs, tapping the ribs again, either with fist or with open palm. And letting it all move from the hips. All movement comes from your hips. Good. And once the arms get down, let them just feel what it's like to float around the spine, around the body. Just carefree, stress-free. And then let that movement get smaller and smaller, but keep the subtle movement of the hips until your body settles into just standing again. It'll happen naturally, organically. Unlock the knees, soften the knees. It's a light bend in the knees. Really nice. Let's just float the arms up. And down. And again, inhaling. Just notice, is the awareness as broad as it was when you were sitting with the eyes shut? Just one more. Inhaling up. Letting it come down, feeling, noticing, and settling. So just settling, letting the mind settle in the body. It brings the mind into this moment right here, right now, because the body is always showing up in present time. Like it or not. All right, good. So let's take our stance even a little bit wider, and we're going to bring our hands to the heart. So this is a water dragon sequence that moves from the hips primarily, but the dragon in Qi Gong is the symbol of the spine, right? Because the dragon is all spine. So we're waking up the spine. The spine is, we're going to hear more about it, how essential it is for meditation, for all of our spiritual practice. So what I'm going to do here is just, I'm going to start moving the arms. Well, let me do it this way. Let me move the arms to the right, and I'll look over the left shoulder. So just move your arms to the right, move straight arms, move them to the right, go all the way up, just press them towards forward, and then exhale, come back to your heart. Yeah. So you just had a cervical rotation. So inhale to the left, look over your right shoulder, press the arms as far away as they can. Yes. Exhale to come back and feel. Good. Inhale. We're also in the year of the dragon, so it's a good time to be doing dragon practices. Inhale over. Look over that shoulder. Exhale to come back. Let's do one more each side. Inhaling. Yes, exhaling to come back. Feel all the transitions. Inhale. There's no there. Keep the chest facing forward. Just press the arms and come back to center. Good. Now, as I do it this time, I'm going to bend the right knee, and I'm going to look over the right shoulder as the arms move away. So the left leg is straight, right leg is bent, and then I come back to center. I'll do one more on this side. So I'm going to bend my left leg and look over the shoulder again. Sit. Open your stance up wide. Exhale to come back. So if you can, move your feet a little bit wider apart so that when you bend, one leg can really straighten and get the benefit of that. Okay? Let's start together here. Okay, we'll go to the right first with the hands. So the right leg bends, right leg bends, go to the left with the hands, look over your right shoulder. That's not easy to do. Exhale, come back to center. Inhaling, bend your left knee. Yes, turn, twist the neck, look. Exhaling. Good, inhaling. As low as you can do with the hips. Exhale to come back. Exhaling to come back. Inhaling, rotate, long. Exhale to come over. Inhale. Oh, it's tough to straighten those arms across. Inhaling, press. Feel the hands touching. Feel your breath touching. Everybody's looking at you. You're going the wrong way. Exhale, going back. Inhaling. Yes, exhale to come back. And inhaling, twist. And exhale to come back. then just bend the knees and sit in horse position. Sitting down, rooting down, grounding. So beautiful. So in sitting practice, we're always grounding the body by holding it still and sitting, and yet everything inside is spacious and open, right? So we have this grounding, so important. So, and now I'm going to keep the hands at the heart. I'm going to move with my chest, just like I'm a kite going back and forth, or a dragon going from knee to knee. So there's a little bend in one knee, but have the feet wide, and lead with your chest and feel. And now you're leading with the crown of the head. So you're kind of drawing through space, a little figure 8, or a big figure 8, opening up all of your spine, so that when you sit again, there'll be more energy moving through it. Feel it. Feel the whole range of motion. Feel the point of contact with your feet. The whole body moving. Whole body with breath. Inhale to exhale. To inhale. One leg bends, one leg straightens. Keep it close to your chest for now, and then we're going to take it up in just a second here. So now let the arms start to float away from the chest and start to draw a figure 8 through the sky. And watch it, look at it, make it your dragon. Like, how big does your dragon fly? So beautiful. At the same time, whole spine is rotating up and in. This is called Game of Thrones dragon here. Up and around, up and around, and back. Good, and we come back to center and just let it pause there. Beautiful. And then press through the feet and start to let the arms go. Let's bring the feet closer together. And we'll do some sacred trembling here. So I'm going to ask you to bounce the heels on the floor. You can let the hands just hang. Bounce the heels. You might want your feet a little bit hip width apart. You might want to be on the wood floor. It's more fun than the slab out there. Bounce. Bounce. Let the arms go. Let your elbows float a little bit so the wrists can shake out. Let them go. Let them hang up by your side. Bounce your heels. This will shock the bones and build density in your bones, which all of us can use at this point. So bounce. Bone density is a good thing. Bounce your heels. Let it shake the organs up. Let it loosen things up. Let it chip away any tension or stress. Feel what the body's doing. Bounce. Bend the knees lightly. Big breath in, and then exhale through the mouth. Big breath in. Exhale through the mouth. One more. Yes, you'll start to feel this in your lower legs. Yes. 5, 4, bounce, heels, pounding. 3, 2, 1, and then just dissolve. Let it go. Abide. So here, right there, abide. Just being present. Feel the whole body. Include everything. I'm going to do a rippling effect here. So I'll do it from the side view, or maybe, I don't know, which way should the camera go. Okay, so I'm going to do it 3/4 here. So please watch the first round. I'm taking my hands on my thighs. I'm already sticking my bum out and the legs are bent. I'm going to exhaling forward and then drop the head and slowly, keeping the legs bent, roll back up to come back up. There's a back bend here. So the chest goes forward. Let the neck go, and they roll up slowly. Let's try that together. Beautiful. So exhale, lead with your chest, and then let the head go. Let it fall off, and then round into your spine to come up. Press your spine to come up. Let it lift. Let it open. Exhale, over. Letting the neck release to roll up. Exhaling over. Inhale to roll up. Inhale to roll up. So keep those legs bent. I'm going to add some arms. You can do the arms or not do the arms, okay? So the arms go like this. When I come up, the arms open, and I make like a wave. So they crest and they go back. And then they open back, palms forward, lift, exhale, roll over, wave, crashing, rounding, flowing up, inhaling. Exhaling. it's a wave. So it comes forward, and the arms open back, the palms open up. And last one, exhaling over. Let the head go and roll it slowly, 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 and just feel the whole body. That's it. If you feel like waving out, go for it. And then just pause and feel. The reverse of this is that same position of the legs. I'm going to roll down, move my chest forward to come up. So I'm reversing it. So it's down, rounding the spine, extending out. That's it. Like you have antlers on, like you're going to be a big elk and you're running through it. There. Good. So it's all in the hips. The legs stay bent. Move your chest forward, lift. The hips come forward. Exhale, roll it down. And forward and out. The bum goes back. That's it. 2 more. If this is painful, don't do it. Come out of it. Do it smaller. Out. Notice the body heat changing. And up. And then let's pause here at the top. And just pause for a minute. And feel. And notice. There's one arm position for this, which is called waterfall, which is really quite beautiful. So if I can get it right here. So it's the same thing. I'm rolling down and coming up. I scoop, and then when I come down, the back of the hands touch, they go down the spine, and I offer out. So it's like you're gathering water, back of the hands touch, extend your chest forward, arms out, cup. Back of the hands touch and roll it down. It's just like a waterfall. Feel that waterfall in you. That's it. Cup. That's it. Feel it coming down. Beautiful everywhere. One more. Good. And then let's just come up and take the palms in front and let the rain come down. All the way down. And let it go. Just feel it and just notice. Heat, warmth, texture, what do you notice? Where is it? Just notice. How spacious is the mind or how contracted is it? Just notice. And then let's find our way to a seated position, either to where you were before or... Thank you. Good here? You can hear me okay? Yes? Okay, great. So when I started attending week-long and 2-week-long residential retreats back in the 90s, anyone remember the 90s? Any kind of activity such as yoga, Qi Gong, Tai Chi, even hiking was, it was pretty highly discouraged. It wasn't something that they said, yeah, go out and do that. And at some retreat centers, it was really forbidden, and they actually, threw people out if they were caught doing anything other than sitting and walking. Meaning, for a radical fairy, I could only do handstands in the bathroom or somewhere out in the woods if I was camping and not in the dorm. Now, 25 years later, it's rare that a residential retreat, at least at Spirit Rock or Insight Meditation, don't have mindful movement periods. And Spirit Rock even has a dedicated space underneath the upper retreat hall with therapeutic props and equipment and the usual suspects of yoga blocks, yoga mats, straps, right? So this is like a given space now that's actually happening. What is mindful movement? Mindful movement is basically a fusion of yoga, Qi Gong, somatic therapeutic movement that made its way into our culture late 80s, but has matured and become more popular during this decade. It doesn't require much space, as you just did, or physical prowess, only presence and awareness, relying heavily on sensation and feeling. Our bodies are designed to deal with stress. but not to live with chronic stress. When chronic stress from pain, trauma, or an election is present, it makes the mind more agitated and sitting meditation more challenging. During these conditions, alternative mindfulness techniques, mindful movement, or breathwork may be instructive. We're all familiar with how quickly the mind fluctuates from practice to practice, from sitting period to sitting period, even from one breath to the next. And how different Vipassana approaches, how different meditation techniques or approaches may be useful when the mind's in these particular states, especially for long periods of time. Maybe it's excessively wound up, sluggish, impatient, annoyed, or caught in a never-ending loop for extended periods of time. Instructions can be, to come back to the breath, noticing thoughts, are they based in the past or in the future, and even standing up if you're experiencing sloth or torpor, right? You don't want to fall over in your meditation, so you stand up and become more present that way. These subtle techniques are offered until the transparency of the situation is revealed. But for the most part, the practice is to not modify, but to meet changing conditions as they appear, right? The basic practice is just sit through it. It'll reveal itself over time. But yogis are more likely to take dramatic action, manipulating the body and breath to instigate different states of conscious awareness, or expedite, bring clarity, or to transform different mental states through different types of practices. So one example is a yogic breathing practice called Viloma, which translates as going against the grain. In this practice, the normal breathing pattern of inhaling and exhaling is interrupted, potentially to shift awareness, calm the nervous system, increase lung capacity, and improve pulmonary functions. For advanced practitioners, Viloma can psychologically bring them to the precipice, or that still point between life, inhale, and death, exhale. But this aspect only manifests when the breath is held for minutes at a time. So we're going to do a practice, but we're not going to hold. You're not going to have to hold for 20 minutes, just a few seconds at a time. Or as the great yoga master and Ayurvedic doctor Krishnamacharya said, inhale and God approaches you. Hold the inhalation and God remains with you. Exhale and you approach God. Hold the exhalation and surrender to God. So we'll try this, we'll only do a little bit of the practice just to give you a sense of it. But it's really important to introduce this going against the grain, that when we change our breathing pattern, we change everything. So it'll go like this. There'll be 3 parts of breathing. There'll be low belly, upper belly, chest. So if I'm going to take an inhale, I'm going to breathe into the low belly, about a third, and hold. Upper belly, and hold, same breath. Chest, hold, you're already doing it. And then exhale it just slowly, smoothly out, okay? So that's the inhale practice, and the exhale will be the reverse of that, where you inhale, you can put the hand on the chest, and you exhale that out, hold, exhale upper belly, hold, exhale lower belly, all the way out. I'll talk you through it. We'll do it together. And then the full practice would be inhaling, holding on the inhale as well as the exhale. And like I said, you develop it for longer and longer periods of time so that you're really suspending, like, where is this next breath coming from, right? A really moment of trust, right? Just, is there going to be that next breath? So let's put our hands on our low belly, put one hand or two hands. Let's just take a deep breath in and then just exhale it completely out. Good. Now, you can do this through your nose. So you're going to inhale just into your belly a little bit and hold. Upper belly and hold. Chest and hold. Exhale it all the way out. And just breathe naturally. Again, low belly, inhale, a third. Upper belly, a third. Chest, all the way. And then smoothly, softly exhale it all the way out. And try doing that through your nose. One more time. Inhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale it all the way up. And just breathe naturally and notice what happens internally. Where is there sensation? Where is there dullness? There's a lot of fear that can be triggered when we hold our breath, either on the inhale or the exhale. Let's try the reverse of that. Let's take the hands up to the chest. So this time we're going to take a deep breath in, all the way up. And we're going to exhale a third out of the chest. Hold. Upper belly. Exhale. Hold. Low belly. Hold. Inhale. Exhale a third. Exhale another third. Exhale all the way out. Hold. And inhale. Last one. Exhale, hold. Exhale, hold. Exhale, hold. All the way up. And then release the hands and just breathe naturally. Feel the whole body, include the whole body. Just notice. So you can imagine what it would be like to hold the breath for minutes at a time without strain and just trusting the process. Buddha also went against the grain. He left nobility, all cultural conditioning and social norms attached to it, to find a greater truth and purpose. What he discovered was reality as it is, without preference, and how we suffer when we want things to be different. Krishnamacharya also left his family and village, hiking into the Himalayas to seek out a spiritual master whom he had only heard rumor of that lived in a cave. In doing so, he forwent everything he had been taught by teachers and community. These leaders in human potentiality were determined to break the cycles of suffering, illness, and the deeply ingrained samskaras alive in their DNA. Meaning, the root of spiritual path is anarchism. What is more radical than a room full of 20 or 100 people sitting as Sangha members, sitting silently, not doing anything? To unplug goes against everything, but something that the Buddha taught was the noblest of acts. Our queerness shares a similar radical seed and desire to be free of suffering, to be free from categorization, demonization, and the freedom to be who we are as we are. So what can be more revolutionary than a queer Sangha sitting together alongside our spiritual friends called Kalyana Mitra? In the great intimacy of silence, without trying to get something from someone else or attempting to manipulate conditions to suit our preferences and projections. This is truly radical. To be that intimate with ourselves, our breath, life, the Sangha. Inhale, hold the breath. Exhale, hold the breath. The most immediate ways to access this life force, to connect with reality, are through sensation and breathing. The inhale is the contraction, Shakti, our ability to receive, to trust without condition, and the capacity to discern. The exhale is letting go, Shiva, our capacity to give, relinquish, surrender, to trust that constant and continuous thing known as change. Or, as my first Dharma teacher sang to me, everything comes and goes, marked by lovers and styles of clothes. Things that you held high and told yourself were true are lost or changing as the day comes down to you. Yes, it was Joni Mitchell who initially taught me through keyboard and vocals about impermanence. It's of value to remember the anarchistic nature inherent in the Dharma, because we live in an age when the commercialization, corporatization, TikTokization of spiritual practice and doctrines are being watered down, minimized, repackaged, adapting instead to the vanity, greed, neurosis, and psychosis of culture instead of freeing us from it. To quote the blunt words of a Bhutanese Lama, Zongzar Khyentse Rinpoche, he's also known as Khyentse Norbu, the filmmaker, the self loathes suffering and loves the causes of suffering. It stupidly wages war in the name of peace. It wishes for enlightenment, but detests the path to enlightenment. This is my favorite. It wishes to work as a socialist, but lives as a capitalist. Its supposed enemies, such as spiritual paths designed to conquer the ego, are often corrupted and recruited as the self's ally. Its skill in playing the game of deception is nearly perfect. It weaves a cocoon around itself like a silkworm, but unlike a silkworm, it doesn't know how to find its way out. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Do that 2 more times, just inhaling. And 1 more. Meditation is a subversive act. The Dharma is subversive. The path is an inconvenient truth not designed to reinforce samskaras or even to make us feel good, but to shatter the hindrances. Every time we sit, every time we are mindful, every time we practice kindness, when everything in us would prefer to do exactly the opposite. We are going against the grain. A very powerful, energetic overlay on reality. It takes courage. It takes a spiritual friend. It takes a sangha. When I hear Norbu's wisdom, parts of me delights, feeling relieved, finally hearing what it knows to be true, and hearing the humor in it as well. But the other part is threatened, exposed, frightened that it may cost me my identity, my claim to fame, my existence. That fear, that discomfort will attach itself somewhere in the body, in the breath, in the mind. Notice where his words settled within you, or where they were reflected away from you. Did they irritate or soothe like a balm? Did they create confusion or suffering, or did they comfort? This is the perfect moment to move with wherever that landed and to breathe. So let's dance like dakinis and stand up again for another little round of movement. So make sure you have room. Make sure you have room. Okay. Let's bend the knees again. We're going to take the arms up here and put the thumb inside of the palm and wrap the fingers. So your thumb inside and fingers wrap. Yeah. Now I'm going to do mine from the side of the back. I'm going to exhale and round my back and bring the forearms together, letting the head go. And then I'm going to keep the legs bent and open the chest and look up, breathing all the way in. And then exhale to round, to squeeze it out, to let the head go. And inhale to open, extend. Exhale it out, give it up, let it go. Inhale, receive, take it in. Exhale, offer it out. Inhale, open, lift. Exhale to round. Inhale to extend. All the way out. All the way in. All the way out. All the way in. And one more. Exhale out. Keep the head hanging. Just lower the arms. Let them just drop. And then gently roll up the spine to come up. And just pause and feel. Notice. Let's bounce the heels one more time. So just bouncing, just shaking, shaking. Let the cage rattle. Let the organs release from the grip. Let them go, let them go. Your jaw go, let the corner of the eyes go. Shake it out. And then let it get smaller. And then smaller. And then just close the eyes and dissolve into standing. Feel the space around your head, around the throat, around the torso and arms, around the legs. Feel the whole body, include the whole body. Include the space within the body, center of the head, chest, center of the belly. Include the space surrounding the whole body. Let's inhale the right arm up, just the right arm out. So I'm going to keep that soft bend in the knees, but the right arm is lifted just straight out. So if you need to move forward or back as somebody, go ahead. Take a deep breath in and drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Just let it fall off. Take another breath Exhale, slide down your left leg a little bit, just falling over, letting gravity take you. Deep breath, whole body breathe. Feel the whole body, breathe with the whole body. Nice, one more. Let it go, let it completely be taken by gravity. Now just lightly wiggle your right fingers so you know where they are. And then inhale, pull yourself up, pull across the room and let that stack your spine. And exhale the arm down. Inhale, float the arms up. Lovely, left arm lifts. Right ear drops to right shoulder. Let it fall off. Let your head go. Unlock the left elbow as well so there's a little juice in that arm. That's it. Left fingers are soft. Beautiful. And then just with each exhale, just let gravity take you like it wants to. Just let it take you. Let it go. Let that neck open. Let your side body open. Without trying to go anywhere, it will happen on its own. One more breath. Take the breath with the whole body. And then just gently, effortlessly wiggle your left fingers and then pull yourself up from your fingertips. Pull the spine back to vertical again. Exhale that arm down. Oof. Floating on the inhale. And letting go on the exhale. Beautiful. Just feel, just notice. How long can you stand just in this meditative space, standing, eyes open, feeling everything? Nice. Let's bring the feet closer together. Let's sit down, please. Sit comfortably. So I wanted to introduce, and we're going to run out of time, but I wanted also to introduce a Tantric practice called Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra means psychic sleep. And there's actually a pose of Yoga Nidra in yoga, my least favorite. It has the legs behind the head, the arms wrapped around in front. And the idea is that a yogi never fully sleeps, right? The yogi's always in the meditative state. So he's not just out snoring in the back room somewhere. There's the physical pose, and then there's the practice, which is a guided practice. So when we're doing sitting meditation, even if our body is fully relaxed, it's still efforting. The spine is still vertical. The structure of the body is holding itself in place. The nervous system is aware that the body is suspended in space, half of it at least. When we do a Yoga Nidra practice, or many of you know Shavasana from yoga, the body is fully relaxed, so there's nothing having to hold itself up. There's only mindfulness. And it's taught as a guided meditation, and it can also be learned as a self-guided meditation. And the advantage of this is that the body can fully relax. The mind is given something to follow. It likes that. You know, it's like, oh yes, good. I can hold on to something, right? And one of the beautiful aspects of this practice is the sankalpa, which is the intention setting. Or also translates as heartfelt desire. Like, what's your deepest intention? What's your deepest wish? What's the thing that really motivates, drives you, you know? And when some of you are maybe familiar with positive thinking, and now remember there was a positive thinking movement that lasted for a few years. And that says everything, right? Because when the mind's agitated, you can layer as many thoughts, like I'm going to do better, and it doesn't happen because it's just going on top of all the mishigas that's underneath of that thought, right? When you're in Yoga Nidra, the body is relaxed, the mind is spacious, and when you get to that point of spaciousness, which I know you experience in your sitting practice at different periods of time, then you plant the intention. Then you plant that desire, and then it has a chance to flourish, because it's not just being bamboozled away. It's like actually settling into the deepest subconscious part of our being. So, we're going to end with a little one. We're going to just do it in your chairs today, since we're all there. And it's basically just a little guided meditation to close with. And we won't go into the deepest practice ever, but we'll get a sense of it. So sit comfortably, really comfortably. If you need another cushion for behind your back or underneath of your feet or whatever you need. And then just let the eyes close or soften to the degree that they feel like they can still take in some light. But really let the whole body just settle and sit for a moment. Let the arms be free, hands free. And just feel the shape of your body sitting. Include the whole body. Feel the whole body. Notice the points of contact where your feet are touching the floor if you're sitting, if you're lying down at home, where the back is touching. Notice where your hands are resting. Notice where your bum is resting in the chair, points of contact, back of the seat. Notice where the clothes are touching the skin. Notice the whole body. Include the whole body. Allow the brow center to soften, the jawbone to soften. The teeth and eyes, allow them to soften. Nothing to do. Nothing to hold on to. Nothing to push away. Just sitting. Just here. Just now. Notice the breath as it comes, as it goes. Nothing to regulate. Just notice. Is the inhale the same or different from the exhale? Keep relaxing into the chair or onto the floor. Just feeling the whole body. And noticing your natural breath. Guide your awareness to your right hand thumb, index finger, ring finger, middle finger, baby finger. Feel the palm of the hand, the back of the hand. Bring your awareness to your left hand thumb, index finger, ring finger, middle finger, baby finger, palm of the hand. Become the back of your hand. Wrist, both wrists, forearms, feel the forearms, the joints, the elbows, the upper arms, shoulder, chest, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head, the whole head, both temples, both ears, right eye, left eye, both eyes together, the space between the eyes, the chittakash, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, both eyebrows together, tip of the nose, whole nose, upper lip, lower lip, the space between where the lips touch, tongue, upper teeth, lower teeth, chin, throat, chest, torso, hips, both thighs, both knees, ankles, both feet, soles of the feet, tops of the feet, big toe, second toe, third toes, fourth toes, fifth toes, both feet together. Feel the whole body and include the whole body. Bring awareness to the center of the head, just behind the forehead and in between the ears. Imagine a candle flame burning brightly in the center of the head. So visualize golden light. Let it fill up the center of the head, throat, chest, arms. Let it circulate throughout the whole body. Bring awareness to the space around your head, outside the head, around the throat, around the torso, around the legs. Feel the space in the room. And then bring awareness back to the center of the head. And the center of intuition, higher thinking, spaciousness. In this moment, I have health. In this moment, I am safe. In this moment, I offer kindness to myself. In this moment, I have great health. Gently bring attention back to the points of contact. Points of contact with the floor, with the chair, with your hands, and with the breath. When you take your next inhale, allow the eyes to very softly open. And as you exhale, allow them to close. And with the inhale, allow them to softly open, seeing more from the corner of the eyes. And exhaling, allowing them to close. And when when you open the eyes again, just notice colors and shapes without stories, without definition, and then let it go, close the eyes. And do that 2 more times, following your breath gently, effortlessly. And then on the next inhale, let's bring the hands to the heart, and those palms, the hands touching. Feel the hands touching, feel them resting at the heart center. Feel the whole body and include the whole body. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have more. I'll save it for you. If there's any questions or any observations or anything that anyone would like to share, we have a few minutes before it's noon. If anybody at home or anybody here, hi everybody at home, thank you for joining us. Anyone? Yes. Remind me your name.
Oh, Greg.
Greg.
I do walking meditation every week or two, and I always feel like I'm cheating because it's like my mind, I'm really focusing on the movement. I'm trying to do it perfectly, which doesn't make sense. But when we were doing the movement today, I didn't have that kind of judgment. I was much more into what I was doing. I still kept trying to do it perfectly, but it was really interesting, and it's good, I guess, to let go of that judgment.
Yeah.
So,
Great observation. No, thank you. I just recently sat with, is it Coleman Cash?
Eugene Cash.
Eugene Cash, thank you. And he said, they're just different. Walking meditation is just different. You know, we try to make it, you know. But I agree 100% with you that the more fluid movement is more, takes me out of my head more and puts me more like I'm really feeling the moment, which is what walking meditation is trying to get us to do anyway. But there's always so much more in that. And walking is so much more habitual than floating around. Right, so we automatically walk with the conditioning that's always been there, right? So great observation, especially the perfectionist part. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Beautiful. Yes.
I especially loved Justin Norbu's piece. You know, we hate suffering and love the causes.
Yeah. It's like you don't have to say anything else after you read that. You know, it's just like, that's it. What else is there to say? You know, it is so perfect.
Yeah.
And it's threatening. It's totally threatening at the same time.
Yeah. Would you mind sending that to me, and I'll put it on
Yeah.
those
I
boards?
did a little edit on it, but yeah, I can send it to you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a good one. It kind of flattens everything, right? It's just that's just it. Bottom
So
line.
honest.
Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone at home? No? Okay, well, thank you everyone so much. Really lovely to see you all. Thank you for letting me shake things up and do it differently. I know that's not comfortable. Thank you.